Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host, Ilene, and on this week's program, our guest tells how we can participate in the Eat Local Challenge and how buying fresh local food can nourish ourselves and be an asset to our local economy. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm home and I love it. I'm home where I belong.
It's always nice to come home, but many Americans are at risk of foreclosure and losing their homes. Making home affordable from the U.S. government has already helped over 1 million struggling homeowners like these. The sooner you act, the better chance we can help you.
I'm home where I belong.
Rosita, did you know there's a right way to sneeze? Let's show them, Elmo. Got it. When you feel like your nose needs to give it a chew, this is how you act, this is what you do. Lift your arm up high, bend it toward your face. Sneeze right there in the bendy place. Achoo, achoo. You can do it with ease. Achoo, achoo. That's the right way to sneeze. Thank you.
To learn more about preventing flu, visit flu.gov.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. If you have not yet joined the 2012 Eat Local Challenge, there is still time to focus on eating fresh, local, seasonal food and enjoying the benefits. To tell us more, I'm pleased to introduce my guest, Stefanie Samara Hamblen, owner of the Hogtown HomeGrown and creator of the Eat Local Challenge. And Stefanie, it's great to have you visit.
Well, thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, you are such a busy woman, and you wear so many hats and or aprons, as we might say, and you're involved in so many things. And first, congratulations on the 5th annual Eat Local Challenge, on the many ways that you're accomplishing things for us in Gainesville. It's all to our benefit. And for that, I know you were nominated for the Spirit of Gainesville Award through the Gainesville Sun. That was in early fall of this past year. And I just want to read what one of your nominators wrote about you as Gainesville's first and most responsible person for promoting awareness about the importance of our local food supply.
Well, that's
making a difference for all of us. So tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I've been in Gainesville since 1979, and I've been shopping at the farmers markets almost all that time. And we have 3 sons, so on any given Saturday morning, one of them would give up Saturday morning cartoons and join me at the farmers market. And I just started Hogtown HomeGrown because I have a passion for eating fresh seasonal food.
And you're sharing that with everyone. So now explain, Hogtown HomeGrown is a newsletter. Tell us more about it.
Hogtown HomeGrown is a newsletter based on what is fresh and seasonal. It comes out monthly. It's distributed for free. And I started it because I would see people pick up things at the farmer's market and look at them and put them back down because they either didn't know what they were or they didn't know how to cook them.
What do we do with it?
Exactly. And I thought, well, demos would be a good way, but you only reach about 12 to 15 people when you do a demo. So just through a set of circumstances, I sat down one weekend and wrote the Hogtown HomeGrown. This was back in October of 2006.
Okay.
And put about 500 of them. Didn't even pay to have them folded the first time. Folded them myself.
You're good.
I never did that again. But put them around Northwest Gainesville near where we lived, and they were all gone within a week. And I thought, I've hit a nerve.
I'm onto something.
Exactly. So we published, it's a labor of love. We published small amounts for the first about year and a half, and then we started getting advertisers. And then it started to grow and grow, and now we distribute 3,000 of them around North Central Florida every month.
Impressive.
We have a website, and the website includes all the past issues, and it has over 350 recipes, all for fresh seasonal food, and my personal favorite, cookies.
Oh yes, these smell delicious. We'll be eating them later.
Yes, I'm sure.
And okay, now the Eat Local Challenge.
Well, the Eat Local Challenge is not something that I originally thought up because they were doing it in California a year or two before we started it here. But the farmers market out at Hale Plantation was thinking about doing one, and they dithered and didn't do it. And finally I said, well, do you mind if I do? And they said, go for it. So in 2008, we had the very first one. We had one restaurant involved, and that was the Jones East Side, because they have always sourced food locally. There are others. And then we had about 75 people. And that first challenge was just amazing. People were coming up to me saying, I never knew that I could make my whole diet out of fresh, local, seasonal food.
I mean, I'm one of those people too. So I'm joining those ranks because I'm learning from you and learning the importance of eating local. And okay, now that we're at the 5th annual, April 29th was the kickoff at Citizens Co-op. I'm glad I got to attend. It was a great time, and I learned a lot. And from there, you know, everyone is just, it's building.
It is building. This year we look to have about 500 people or more who are registered for it, and there are about 30 restaurants in town now that source food locally. For some of them, they dip their toe in by just offering a seasonal vegetable special. Others do many, many specials, or their regular menu is comprised of food that comes directly from the farmers.
Excellent. And we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the 2012 Eat Local Challenge with Stefanie Samara Hamblen. And Stefanie, tell me more about the challenge.
Well, the challenge basically is for each participant to eat some local food with every meal.
Okay.
That doesn't mean the whole meal has to be made from local food, but just something. And if you think about your breakfast, you might have maybe some oatmeal for breakfast. Throw some local blueberries on it. There, you've met the challenge for the day.
Okay, good. That pars it down. That makes it something we can all do.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me more.
Well, we just want people to be aware of what foods are local and what foods are seasonal. So many of us have grandparents that grew up on farms, but we don't have a connection to the earth like that.
Right.
And we need to learn what is in season and what's not, because when you go into your average big grocery store, it seems like everything's in season. And the idea of the Eat Local Challenge is to realize what is in season when. I can't wait for each new season to begin. And
because then it's something different.
exactly.
And you get to...
By the time I've filled myself up on strawberries, blueberry season's here.
Okay, that's now there, but there are sort of, you have 5 ways of looking at why it's important to buy local?
Yes.
To support the farmers? Just explain more about all
Well,
of that.
there are 5 basic reasons that it's important to eat local food. We'll start with the very first one, which is the environment. The shorter distance your food travels from the farm to your plate, the less petrochemicals or gas or oil are used to get it there.
All right.
So that decreases your carbon footprint and makes the planet healthier. The second reason is economics, and everybody can relate to the money issues.
Yes.
But if you spend $1 in a local establishment, and I'm not just talking farmers markets, I'm talking any local retail store, whether it's food or not, that dollar will circulate around the community 11 times. If you spend that dollar at a big box store, it will fly out of the city and county long before you even have gotten out of the store. So it's important to support our tax base, our schools, our roads by buying locally. A third reason sounds a little complicated, but it's not. The word is biodiversity.
Oh, but it's a good buzzword. I mean, you're right on the cutting edge of what people are talking about and wanting to know more about. So.
Well, biodiversity is incredibly important because we need a lot of varieties of species on the planet to keep the planet healthy. If a farmer is growing a tomato that has to be picked green and shipped across the country, he can only grow one variety of tomato. Whereas a farmer who's picking something and taking it to the farmer's market the next day can grow heirloom varieties, he can grow all different kinds of tomatoes, and that variety keeps our planet healthier.
Okay.
Now, it
makes good sense. I mean, it all makes sense.
It does make sense, you just have to start thinking about it.
Right.
Now, the fourth reason is related to picking things ripe. When things are picked ripe and they're fresh, your body can assimilate the nutrients and antioxidants that are in that produce a lot easier, and they're more available for your body to use.
Oh, okay.
But if things are picked ripe, what's the most important thing? The way they taste.
Yes.
Taste that grocery store tomato next to a tomato from the farmer's market, and you will be convinced that the Eat Local Challenge is the way to go year-round.
Richer, tastier, sweeter.
More vibrant
everything.
in your mouth.
Yes.
Yes.
So once you get used to the fresher taste,
you can't
won't go back.
Oh, no, you can't go back.
Right.
You'll find yourself avoiding things that are not in season just because you know they won't taste as good.
And it is better for your body, eating closer to the planet, eating, because that's part of
and part of
your
it
point of view.
is eliminating processed foods. For the third year in a row, the County Commission has issued a proclamation declaring May Eat Local Month. And one of the reasons is it will help lower the obesity rates. If you substitute fresh seasonal foods for processed foods, you're going to naturally lose weight. I'm a product of that, but it's something that can happen for everybody.
Right. So that, again, makes for a healthier community.
And a healthier planet.
The economy benefits.
Absolutely.
Healthier planet. It's got everything going for it, and it tastes good, and it's right here for all of us.
And it's easy to do. You can pop over to a farmer's market. There's one every day of the week except for Tuesday.
And buy
all
local.
over North Central Florida.
And then Hogtown HomeGrown tells you what to do with it.
Exactly. I put a list of what's fresh every month right in the newsletter.
I've seen it.
I feature a particular produce, whether it's an herb or a vegetable or a fruit, and then I give you recipes.
Perfect.
And always on the back page, almost always, there's a cookie recipe.
Enticing. Another quick break, and we'll be right back with you, Stefanie. Stay with us. We're talking about the Eat Local Challenge. And Stefanie, your fifth point about the fact that local produce is tastier. The seasonal food has a sweeter taste. Yes, I think you're correct. And that's just one of the many aprons you're wearing. So tell us about more of them, because in front of us is something else very sweet, your jam.
Oh, yes. Well, taste was the reason I got into making jam. I was tired of looking on supermarket shelves and tasting the sugar instead of the fruit. So I started making my own jams, and it actually goes back to when I was in high school for an American history project. I made homemade apple butter and got an A.
So you thought, I'm onto something here.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd been making jams and jellies for friends for about 4 or 5 years, and it had gotten a little out of hand. Last summer, I had about 160 jars, and there were jams on the tables and jams in the bedroom and jams in the closet. And it had gotten a little out of control. And then all of a sudden, the state of Florida passed the cottage food law.
That changed.
It totally changed things, because it said certain items made in a home kitchen could be sold.
Right. And this had a huge impact actually on farmers markets.
It's had a huge impact on farmers markets, and it's allowed so many people to create their own businesses. And
Yes.
we'll talk about Blue Oven Kitchens in a minute, but the Illegal Jam Company, I had to keep the name. Friends and
Now
family,
legal, but.
now legal. Friends and family used to say, this is so good, you should sell it. And I'd say, I can't, it's illegal. It's legal now, but I like the name.
It's stuck.
They're
Yeah.
made with a lot less sugar, and they're made with seasonal fruits. Very simple.
Right. And again, through your newsletter, Hogtown HomeGrown, you actually share a lot of these recipes.
Oh yes, I have no problems with sharing recipes, because I figure most people aren't going to bother, and they're going to go ahead and buy my jam.
That's right. And you always talk about when you turn the cap, you hear that sound.
You hear that ping.
The ping,
Yes.
I'm fresh.
Yes, exactly. And the cottage food law also goes into one of the other aprons I wear, which is Blue Oven Kitchens.
Yes, and you're a co-founder of Blue Oven
I'm actually
Kitchens?
a co-founder on the board, yeah.
Tell us what that is.
Blue
what's
Oven
the group?
Kitchens, what we're trying to do is create a certified commercial kitchen so that people who have a food business that they want to start, or farmers who have produce that they want to turn their extra produce into some extra money, will have a place that they can work that's a clean, certified kitchen. Right now, we don't have a facility, so we match people who have a business to start with a restaurant that has time to rent. But we're looking at creating a facility and having a full-blown kitchen for people who want to bake, create, cater, whatever they want to do. We will be a business and kitchen incubator.
Outstanding. So you're just opening up the whole circle to helping a lot more people, then people like me have more choices.
Exactly. And more local choices rather than relying on the outside network of agribusinesses.
Exactly. So again, emphasizing the local economy, the local business, helping that along. And then you've got more things that you're doing. Tell me more about your cooking opportunities that have taken place at the Downtown Farmers Market, the Gradual Vegetarian. What's that in your life?
Well, the Gradual Vegetarian is one of many programs that I've put together. They're half-hour to 45-minute programs. I've been fortunate enough to work with Choices of Alachua County, who has me go to some of their work sites and things like that. But I've also done quite a few at Farmers Market. And basically, it is teaching people how to cook what's in season, and also how to take care of themselves a little bit, maybe balancing the food on their plate or in their life. If they want to become a vegetarian, but they're not quite sure how to go about it.
You're gradual.
Exactly. Gradually ease your way into it.
Okay. Good. Many good thoughts for a lot of us. I heard it said you start with a meatless Monday, and then you work through the rest of the week.
You work through the rest of the week, and there's little tricks you can do that will fool your family's eye and palate, or just until you get them over the hump of missing that meat and potatoes meal.
Right, changing your taste level around.
Exactly.
And then what about slow food, which is fascinating, and you had the privilege of being, one of 3 who went to Italy with this group.
Oh, that was fabulous. That was in October of 2010. They have a biannual conference called Terra Madre, And there were only, out of 7,000 delegates worldwide, only 400 from the United States, and 3 of us were from Gainesville. It was a wonderful experience.
Oh, I know. Well, you deserved it. I congratulate you for that and all that you're doing. And we're going to come back in a second and learn more from you. We'll be right back.
Nice. No. Oops. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy.
Works every time.
Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
Did you know that getting up and getting active for just 60 minutes a day is all it takes to help you get stronger, look better, and feel great?
Or that fresh fruits and veggies aren't just healthier and crunchier, they can taste better too?
Eating better and getting more active is easier than you think.
Yeah! Keep watching for some fun and easy ways to discover the magic of healthy living in your life.
America.
Let's get healthy together!
We're back from the farmer's market, and now Stefanie is going to show me what to do with some of the produce that I've purchased.
Well, the first thing I'm going to show you is a quick bottom of the bowl salad dressing, and that's something that you can do that kids love.
Ooh, good.
You know, I've been making this for years because every kid loves lemonade. And I thought, how can I make something that kids will love and they'll eat their salad greens? So a little olive oil, a little lemon juice, and a little honey.
Okay, to make it sweet.
That's right,
like
and
that.
they do love it. And the other trick to getting kids to eat their salad, let them eat it with their fingers. They'll eat every bit of it.
And you're mixing it right in the bowl.
Bottom of the bowl salad dressing.
In.
And you can make adult versions of the bottom of the bowl salad dressing, but this is just a version that kids love.
It smells good.
Now,
okay.
You've gotten home from the farmer's market.
Yes, okay, here I am.
You're taking your greens, you're either wrapping them in a towel or putting them in some sort of light cotton bag, washed and ready to go. All you have to do is dump them in the salad bowl.
Okay. You're making it easy, I know. So
I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. And you just toss it. They're lightly coated with the dressing. Kids will pick this up with their fingers and absolutely love it.
And nothing wrong with that?
Nope.
Yes.
Now, the other thing that you can do.
We got to dress up our salad.
Well, you can. I'm not going to dress this one up right now, but let me show you what you can do when you get home from the farmer's market. Now, this looks like something that would be in a magazine. You don't have to get this fancy.
No, the colors, the freshness, it's enticing.
This is all in season right now.
All good for us.
Every bit of it, every bit of it. And you slice things up according to what your needs are going to be for the week.
Okay,
but
Stefanie.
if you prepare your vegetables when you get home from the farmer's market, that way when you run in from work and you need to have a quick meal, it's ready.
So I don't have to look for those foods that are not as healthy, not as fresh, full of preservatives, because I've thought ahead. Then do you just, is this pre-washed? Do you cover
Everything's
it?
pre-washed.
All right.
If you need to keep it really, really good for more than a few days, just put a damp paper towel across the top and seal it up.
Excellent.
There's not much more to it
Or
than
if you
that.
wanted to take something for lunch, some munchies, this would be the way to go.
It's already ready to go.
All right.
And one thing I want to point out is we've got carrot sticks here. I know you see baby carrots in the farmer's market a lot.
Yeah.
Did you know that baby carrots aren't actually baby carrots?
They don't look like that. Okay.
They're like turned on something that you would use in a Woodwright shop.
Okay.
Yes.
See? Another thing I didn't know.
So it makes it easy to participate in the Eat Local Challenge.
Yes, and so tell me, how do I participate? How do I make sure that I'm counted?
First of all, go to the Hogtown HomeGrown website and register.
All right.
And put in how many of your family members in your immediate circle will be participating too, because we want to know that. Registering and then filling out a keep track chart, which is also available on the website, will allow you to be eligible for more door prizes at our final party.
Okay, and when will that take place?
Community celebration on May the 27th from 3 to 5 at Sweet Dreams Homemade Ice Cream, because everybody loves ice cream.
Okay, yes, and they're very good friends of our community, and I know they've participated before, so it's going to be another great celebration. The kickoff was wonderful.
And
then we
the
keep
community
going.
celebration is fabulous. People come. Sweet Dreams, especially Mike, has been incredibly supportive, and he and his staff will make special local flavors, not only for the month of May, but for the Eat Local Challenge community celebration.
Okay. And then if the more people that are counted, what does that mean for the rest of the months of the year?
Well, I think the more people that are counted, it has a little more influence on getting restaurants to source food locally.
Okay, that makes good sense.
It has a little more influence on everybody, because when you go, say, to a potluck at work, you'll think twice before you run to the store and grab something, rather than bringing something that may be fresh and seasonal.
All right. So it changes our perspective.
It does.
And I know there are really a lot of farmers markets in our whole wide north central Florida area. Great article in Gainesville Magazine. You list a lot of them. Well done on your behalf. But tell me, there are a lot more farmers than I ever realized.
We have a huge agricultural base. In the north central Florida area, in about a 10-county area, we have a tremendous number of farmers. We've lost quite a bit of agricultural land to rezoning and subdivisions, but there's some things in the works, I think, that they're going to rethink that according to sustainability.
Great. And I know there's so much more you could share with us, but tell us a few more thoughts that you'd like to
Well, one of the things
share.
that's really important to me is we have a chance to vote with our forks 3 times a day. And we really need to take that vote seriously. We need to really think about our food, where it comes from, and whether or not it's good for us. A lot of times we get stuck in tradition, and maybe it's time to get out of traditions and try something new, not only for the benefit of your own health, but the health of the community and the planet.
Yes, I agree. Well said, and thank you, Stefanie, for all you're doing to make this available to all of us.
Well, thank you for having me here. It's been wonderful.
And for me too. And so vote with your fork and accept and participate in the 2012 Eat Local Challenge. I'm glad you tuned in, and I hope you'll join us next week. Take care. And now, I think I'm going to taste a little something.
How about a peanut butter and jelly cookie bar?
These look delicious.
Oh, I think
and
I'll have
thank
one
you.
too.